Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today. This is Marilyn Gale. Yes, you read the title of this podcast correctly. A woman at age 74 gave birth to twins. Now, the 74-year-old woman holds the record for the world's oldest mom after she reportedly gave birth to twins on Thursday following a round of in vitro fertilization using donor eggs. And that was going to be one of my concerns, when I first read the article till I got to that part. I said, okay, now I don't think she's still producing eggs. Where'd she get that egg from? But yes, it was a donated egg and probably somebody in her family, although the article did not say that. The woman identified as erramatti-mangayamma, and I'll refer to her as Maddie, and her husband, 80-year-old Rajarao, and I'll refer to him as Raj. They're from a small Indian village in the eastern godavari-district. Hospital staff watched as proud dad Raj brings his newborn twins to a press conference in India. The couple welcomed two girls after undergoing one round of IVF in January. Her doctor claims ending their 60-year-old wait to be parents. The couple alleged feature surpasses that of 70-year-old Deljinder, who previously held the record for oldest recorded age at birth. The couple's daughters were born via C-section with doctors reporting no complications. The girls were born healthy and each weighs about 4.4 pounds. The doctor says that he doesn't expect, or she doesn't expect, I can't tell by the name, that any complications. It was smooth and that the babies are healthy. The couple underwent one round of IVF in January, and there's another lady in Nebraska. She's 61 years old. She gave birth to her own granddaughter through IVF after acting as a surrogate for her son and her husband. Cicely Eldridge had acted as a surrogate for Matthew Eldridge and Elliot Doherty, using a donated egg from Doherty's sister and Eldridge's sperm. She gave birth to a healthy baby girl named Uma Louise Doherty Eldridge in March. At the time, her doctor said age was not a factor due to her outstanding health. She has the body of a 40-year-old and is actually in better shape than some 20-year-olds, said Carolyn Doherty. I'm just messing up names. Excuse me, guys. And she is the family's reproductive doctor at that time. I'm pretty conservative about these sorts of things, but Cicely really turned out to be their best option. She's genetically blessed. Now, Cicely, that last part of the story, just kind of hooking them together because they were both elderly women having babies. She was a surrogate, so she's giving that baby up to her granddaughter up to her son and his husband. So she's going to be the grandmother figure. You know how it goes. Or if you don't, let me tell you. The grandmother picks up the baby, have fun with the child, takes it places, and then goes back and drop that baby off. You get the best of being a mother. So the grandmother is, to me, is having the best of both worlds. You're nurturing, your maternal instincts are still kicking in, and you're able to satisfy that urge to just, be a mom, but you get to take them home, guys. Now, with this lady, Maddie, in India, this is her first time being a parent. And She's what? 74 and her husband is 80. Now, to me, okay, let me just go over. They're able to fulfill a lifetime dream. They've never been parents before. And this is a dream come true for them. But guys, let me just be frank. That's some, I hate to say this, but I got to. That's some selfish stuff. Think about that baby. I'm not even talking about the physical aspects of running around with the baby, because I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not 74 or even near it. But even with my grandbaby, being at a younger age with my first granddaughter, I was able to jump in the bed and be silly with her and run around with them and enjoy them as a grandmother, but I was a young grandmother. But not even factoring that into this story, not even the physical part of it, because in a lot of countries, the elderly they're used to doing certain things. They're healthy, but let's just face it, just the fact that they're that age, and children need their parents. Hopefully this couple will be around for a long while. But to lose a parent, even at an older age, is rough, guys. Some of us never really processed that or grieved that. We haven't gotten through that. We just learned to live with it and know that it is what it is, so we carry on. But as a child, it's just some things that are harder to process. So hopefully, this child gets to be an adult. Now, I know a lot of children, just like the last story I brought to you, where LaShawn, died, and he was 41, and he had young boys. So, you could still die as a young parent, but see, this was intentional. LaShawn did not wait till he was 80 years old, him and his wife, to have a baby. So they did not intentionally set out to have their boys be parentless, although it worked out that the boys will be fatherless, although there can be father figures in their life, just like I'm sure this couple has designated someone to carry on in case of their death, but that child won't have you. So this is intentional, and there's so many things that I could say on the positive side and also on the negative side, and I just see some selfishness. There's some things. Now, this proves one aspect that it's never too late. So it's never too late to have a child if you got the money, if you were able to do that IVF. So evidently they had the money to go through those procedures. So in one aspect, it just, shows you it's never too late if you really want something. But just because, guys, and you guys don't knock me down too hard, because this is honestly the way I feel. If you intentionally have a child when you're in your 70s and 80s, you're thinking of what you want instead of what your child wants. At that age, you're going to be a grandparent or a great-grandparent. Think about the child. I hope that child has a well-rounded life. Not child, she had twins. I almost forgot about that. She had 2 girls. Even if you designate someone to take the role as mom and dad, they won't have you. Your mom, your dad. And to intentionally do that, guys, I think it's selfish. I want what I want. I want to be a parent. So, I'm going to do it. Did you factor in what those babies would go through? Not having you. You're important to the babies. Oh gosh. It just, that's, to me, that's the reason why being a grandmother, I love children. So I can see their point in one aspect. You love children, but do you love them enough to be fair? Because I think that's unfair to the children. I would love to adopt. But I think and I would want to adopt not a baby, but a child, maybe 3 or 4 starting, or maybe a little older. That's me. But what's fair to that child? Now, it may be different in India as far as what the child may go through, but I think bullying is probably across the globe. Okay, you pick your child home or up from school, kindergarten, first grade, second on up, when they have to be picked up. And the kids find out their mom and dad is 74 and 80. Okay, they're gonna bully that kid. And we can't tell kids to suck it up. We can't tell kids it is what it is. They don't know how to process. A lot of adults don't even know how to process it is what it is. Guys, can you understand where I'm coming from? Sometimes the desire for something does not mean you should do it. No, it's never too late. I could adopt. But no, I'm not, at the stage where I want to run around. Now, this is me, maybe those 74 and 80 years old, maybe they're still spry, maybe they're still running around. I don't know. But let's just think at 74, 80, that running around is gone. It's only going to be for a short season, because nature takes its course. I've heard of people in different countries, even in the United States, living to the 100, 110. Okay, now, even if that 80-year-old father lives to 100, that's 20 more years. So the child would be an adult, 20-year-old. But still, guys, from being 80 and then in between to that child as an adult, they don't have kids, and never had kids, this older couple. So maybe they didn't factor in all that comes with it because they never had kids, and they probably had, nieces or nephews and what have you, and they saw parenthood at a distance, but they didn't see, unless they lived in the family in one house, they didn't see everything that's involved in parenthood and what you have to go through, and sleepless nights. And even when, I'm telling you guys, even when they adults, you worry about them. You hope that you equip them to live a responsible life and to pick people to be around that aren't, thugs and and gangsters and stuff. You hope that you taught them right, that they would, and I've always told my kids, you're known for the company you keep, but you still worry about them, who they're going to be around, and what if this and what if that. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not seeing and I'm not seeing their whole picture. All I know is they're an elderly couple. They had twins, not one baby, guys. They had twin baby girls. Okay. It's so much I could say about this. To just sum it up, too late. But to just sum it up, I think it's selfish to fulfill your desire to have children and be a first-time parent at 74 and 80. And I apologize if I have offended anyone, but that's my opinion. That is selfish. Now, the lady in, I think that was Nebraska, was it? Yeah. She was a surrogate. Like I said, she's going to give that baby to her son and, do the grandma thing. Best scenario. But this couple, maybe they have servants. I don't know. Because they have to have money to go through the IVF. I would think they have somewhat money, because who's going to take, IVF and treatments and take food out of their household, whatever. So I think they might be well-to-do couple. So maybe they have servants and nannies and this and that or what have you. But I'm telling you, you're still the baby's parents. If anything happens, they're going to miss you. Even though they might have nannies and uncles and aunts and everything, they still need you. And to intentionally put them in a path that most of their life they won't have you, I think is selfish. So anyway, guys, I don't mean to offend anyone. That's my opinion. Thank you for joining me. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click that notification bell and have a good evening. Good night.